like so much, like at least 2 hours in the car going from Westchester to Philly. Pulled out like really huge coolers, like struggling, I think I'm a strong, independent woman, but sometimes I'm just not quite as strong or as independent as I think I am, and I need help with big coolers, so doing all these things, and I finish up the farmer's market, and I drive back, I go back to the farm to unpack all of the goat cheese, because there's no goat cheese on the farmer's market, and the first thing that happens is the house is locked, so I can't go inside and count my box and everything, and I also really, really have to pee. And so I'm like, God, what am I going to do? I can't go inside. So I'm like, and no one is there. There's no one there. It's just me. The house is locked, all alone on the goat farm. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to pee outside. So I go outside in the yard. I pull down my pants and I'm peeing. And I'm like, God, I really hope that nobody shows up as I'm peeing in the yard on my first day. No one shows up, thank God. Everything's fine. So then I go and I'm counting my box, I'm counting inventory, and I'm counting all the money, and it's just all over the place. I'm just like, what was I doing? I have no idea. Was I just giving money away to people? I don't know. Oh God, and it's just all over the place. And then as I'm counting, I look over and I realize that the male goat is there, eating its feed. It's not in the pen anymore. It has gotten out and it's eating the feed. And I'm like, oh my God, okay. And then I walk out and I turn around and I see 10 more goats that are out of the pen. And I'm like, okay, oh God, all right. And I'm like, I've never dealt with goats before. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do right now. I don't own a cell phone, so I can't call my boss. I can't get into the house to use the house phone to call him. So I'm like, all right, I guess I just have to figure this out. So the first thing I do is just try being like, hey, go, get in there, get in the pen, go. And that doesn't really work. It's my first attempt, but I realize that as I do that, if I walk behind them, they run away from me. So I'm trying to use that. I'm trying to walk behind the goat so that it and walk it into the pen, walk all the different ones into the pen, but I get 3 in, and then 2 come back out, and then I get another one in, and then it goes back out, and I'm just oh God, what am I gonna do? And then the female goats are all kind of afraid of me, but there's one male goat, he's afraid of me at first, but then little by little he kind of gets friendly and kind of curious of me, and I think it also had to do with the fact that I was on my period. I don't know. he rather than being scared like the other ones are, he starts to walk up to me and sniff me, and he gets a little excited as well, and I'm just I'm trying to not be scared, because I always tell you animals can sense your fear, so I'm trying to not be scared. I'm trying to be a strong person and just be no, I'm in charge here, not you. But he's sniffing me and he's excited, and I'm just I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know what I'm doing. So then I'm okay, all right, gotta try something else. Let's try something new here. This is not working. So then I go into the barn. And I get a big stick. I don't know what it is. It's some sort of tool used for something. I don't really know what it's used for. But I'm just hey, maybe if I make myself really big, they'll run away from me. I don't know. We'll try it out. So at this point, they're pooping all over the place, and they're eating the bushes. And so I walk at them, try and be scary, with my big stick, and I'm trying to get in there, come on, go, get in there. And it's not really working either. It's the same thing where one goes in and the other ones go out, they go in, they go out. I'm like, God, what am I gonna do? And then I try to try and find a window that's unlocked in the house to see see if I can like jump in the window. That's not working. And then I see my red tablecloth that I was using at the farmer's market. And I'm like, maybe this will work. I have an idea. So the goats, meanwhile, are like in between the pen. The pen is here, we'll say. And here are the bushes. So they're in between the two, eating the bushes still. So what I do is I wrap my red tablecloth around myself, and I walk around the pen. And I'm walking like slowly, quietly, and everything, until I get close to the goats. And I open up the red tablecloth, and then I run at the goats, and I like scream as loudly as I possibly can, thinking like if I'm enormous and I make a lot of noise, they're just going to run away in fear. And it works, actually. I scared the shit out of them, and they run into the pen, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I fucking did it. And then, so I close the pen, I put the red tablecloth over it, and I'm like, okay, they won't get out. And I go home, and I call my best friend Sarah, who actually got me the job, and whose spirit animal is kind of a goat. And I'm like, and I tell her the whole story of what happened, and she's cracking up because she thinks it's hilarious. And she's like, Eliza, didn't you see that the male goat was eating like the feed? Why didn't you just take the feed into the pen and do that? And I was like, oh my God, you're so right. Why didn't I do that? And then also, she's like, and there's a spare key to the house, like hidden behind like the teddy bear, like underneath the little window thing. And I'm like, oh my God. But yeah.